Everybody's here, and that means we can get down to business.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
What if we told you nothing is as it seems? That the Earth is moving from a 3D reality into a 5D consciousness stream of enlightenment?
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Well, it is. Welcome to The Quantum Shift, your weekly 1-hour gateway to a higher consciousness, paving the way to fifth density.
I think that people are going to like this.
It is time to expand your understanding of the universe and experience life in an entirely new way. Now, your professors and guides to this ascend reality, the hosts of The Quantum Shift, Dr. Sam Mugzzi and Digital Tom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Terrific Tuesday. Hi, Tom.
Well, hello there, Mugzzi, and hello to everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. We love you so much. So here I am. Walking in life, look at this daisy over here. Oh, it smells so pretty. And then, bam, I get into a friend who just happens to have these charges on his bank account. And so he starts walking me through it. It's his business account. I start seeing embezzlement, fraud, perjury. They're signing his name to documents that they shouldn't on the Arizona State website. And I just bam, here it is. And so, of course, you can't just walk over it. You can't ignore it. This is somebody that has a heart of gold, a beautiful soul, but he's not really educated. And everybody in town loves him, respects him, but he does not deserve to be taken advantage of or stolen from by any means. So Tom and I jumped in and we saved him. We rescued him, went into the bank, got the bank behind doing a federal investigation on these charges because they actually are from IRS. The bookkeeper didn't want to pay her own bill, so she put my client's bank account on the IRS payment plan. So I exposed all this and then turned around, created him a whole new company so that it's not affiliated with these crimes and he can start over. So we've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. Yay. So then we start just innocently putting these phone numbers out to better assist you guys, because we love you and we want to be able to help you guys in whatever you're doing, right? And we did the hotline because Tom was going to do videos on some of the cyber crimes that are out there. And again, here we are walking along, smelling the roses, looking at the daisies, and bam, our phone goes off the hook with phone calls stemming from Telegram scams, specifically with the QFS system and this tokenization. And so I had to stop what I was doing, go and investigate. And so here's me, right? Just little old me, innocent. I go and I'm just looking at Whiplash's page because he does do the tokenization. And I'm seeing where he's actually putting in documentation on these little excerpts that he's putting for these tokens. Do your own research. Don't use this link. Put in your own link. Look at these tokens before you invest. Check your validity. Make sure that they're safe and secure. Do not hand out your personal secret keys to anybody. And I'm seeing this over and over, and I'm like, cool, Whip, you rock. You know, everybody deserves to make money. There is enough for everyone. We do not need for people to be scamming us, the ones that are awake, the ones creating this new reality. We don't need snakes. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had it up to here with crime and deceit and lies and these traps where they get people in that may not be computer savvy and they don't know what's going on. they're taken advantage of. And I'm talking QSI. And if you saw last week, Emily bashed me and said a bunch of stuff. And I don't normally get into that stuff. I think it's kind of childish, actually. And she has no way of proving, do I channel? Do I talk to George? And it's really irrelevant. What is important is you guys and setting up your generational wealth. And so I don't know, and I'm going to say this, I don't know who's involved for sure. I don't know if it's specifically Emily. I don't know if it's Nick. I don't know if it's the Cranker Man. I don't know exactly who's involved. But all I did was start looking at the financial regulation and laws that are in place to protect people, starting with the banks or any financial institution that is dealing with people's money or being able to sell them something of a stock market type commodity. So I started laying it out. And I started doing research, and lo and behold, just one thing after another just started falling in my lap. And if you see, I started another company, White Cube Financing. I took that back from Nick because I don't know what's going on at QSI. I like Nick, him and his wife, they're wonderful people. I don't know if he knows what he's involved in. But I can tell you that from a point of like a court of law, when you have a company like QSI, right, they're representing a financial industry working with developers, which gives you the experts, and then backing it up with a financial gentleman who has over 30 years of experience, who's taken tests on the security and being able to move money and keeping it all secure. If anybody, I'm going to say this to you guys, with a reasonable man standard, all right, that's the way we're going to gauge all of this. Is a reasonable person going to think that the QSI team is credible? Are they going to assume that because they have pretty savvy computer people on there, they would have to be able to get these tokens and open up these links and take you to the Stellar Network and do all these things? Would somebody assume or think, get the impression that they are doing the right thing, that they're going to do the right thing for you? It's a community. So when you join a financial community like that, it is stated in the law that that financial representation, that account, that Telegram account, or that website is going to be adhering to the laws very strictly. More so than a small guy that might be selling lemonade, right, on the internet, lemonade soap. That person, it might not be doing as much as somebody that is representing a financial institution or financial deposits, handling money, moving it around, these group funds. So I started looking at the laws. And what I found is that, and I posted all this on consciousness963.com and on my whitecubefinancing.com, I posted the complaints that I'm getting from the phone calls, and that I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I went to the law. And the reason why I like law is because it's black and white. Did you do this crime or didn't you? And what I want everybody at QSI to know is that whether or not you are knowingly part of a group that is swindling people and embezzling their money from their wallets, I'm putting you on notice because you can be attached for remedies, punishment, jail between 5 to 25 years. You can be held responsible for up to $5 million in damage per person. And I can tell you right now that there are people who are formulating in other groups now. They're called like recovery groups that have been burnt by QSI because of the lack of precautions or protections. So Tom was reading to me about the stipulation that on QSI it does say do your own research, but that does not negate their responsibility to protect every single person that goes to their Telegram channel and invest their hard-earned money into tokens. They're supposed to get it back, and they're not. They're not getting their group funds back. They're actually getting the man in the middle attack, where when they go to the school or when they're involved on their Telegram channel, that their IP address, their MAC address is targeted. And then somebody is writing in the middle. And every time they go to Stellar to open up their wallet, somebody is using a robot script and emptying out their wallets. And they're watching it happen. They're scared to death to open up their wallets because they don't know what to do. Furthermore, when they're in that situation, they do what anybody would do. They would go and they would complain that there is a problem. And according to the law, not Sam, the laws that are pre-existing, that it is their responsibility to make sure that those complaints are heard and that there are fixes put in place to protect the people. Is there? No. They're blocked one after another after they're screwed. After their money is taken off of their wallets, they are kicked out, they're defamed, they are told to stay away from, they're wacky, they're crazy, they're whatever, and they're booted out, and they're $20,000 shorter of funds in their wallet. I don't agree with this. I have a problem. And if somebody comes to you with a legitimate complaint, legally, it is your responsibility to investigate and to stop it. And because these crimes are so heinous at this point, and there are so many people now in these support groups, all with the same complaints, experiencing the same things, and nothing has been done, then that means that Emily is going to be held liable. And so will everybody else that is working in her committee or working on those videos, giving the impression that they know what they're doing and that they're going to adhere to the law. Because that is what is expected from each and every one of us. And I'll tell you something else. Since when does it become a crime to be a patriot? When are we put down, badmouth, because we have patriotic energy? We love our country. We love our country so much, we're going to get out, we're going to work, we're going to contribute to the beauty of our country because we love our country. And then we have somebody that thinks that it's a bad word, that they're going to flip it and make it so that nobody wants to be a patriot. What is that all about? Do you guys know the United States and our language didn't start here, really? I mean, the Indians had some language, but I don't think there's very much that carried over from them. Most of our language came from overseas. Latin, French. We picked up words from other countries. And then we adapted them as our own because we loved them. We believed in them. So it was the French that began the patriotic movement. And good for you, France, because they love their country. They love their flag. They love their food. They take pride in what they're serving in their restaurants. They're loving people. Everything about romance comes from France. And they have a patriotic personality. And nobody's putting them down. But here in the United States, apparently, it's bad. I mean, who we're going to condone, we're going to worship those that are on welfare. We're going to start telling people it's better to be broke and live for free off of other people. No, we're not. We're going to take pride in our country. We're going to make America great again. And we're going to make patriotic behavior bigger and better than ever. And we're going to build back bigger and better. And if you don't like it, there's a boat with your name on it, and get the hell out of here, because we don't need you. We don't need all your little tricks and gimmicks, getting on the videos and acting like you're something that you're not. It's wrong. And you're portraying yourself as you're everybody's friend. Here's the other thing. So let's just keep going, shall we? I have people that are friends that I asked to go to the QSI School. Check it out. See what you think. Maybe it will help you. Give me some feedback so I can get with Emily or Nick and tell them what's going on, right? Well, these people quit going. They didn't like it. They felt like it was a negative environment, so they dropped out. Well, lo and behold, guess what? Their information was somehow spread to other people. Their phone number. Do you know how easy it is to find somebody's home just with a phone number? That's a breach of a contractual agreement. That is assumed. Whether or not those people actually signed an agreement doesn't matter. What matters is that if you're going to present yourself as a financial industry, you have very strict laws that you have to follow. And that means you make sure that you are protecting people's personal data. That's their phone number. Nobody wants somebody to come to their house, let alone these people went to Signal. And Emily was contacting them on Signal. Was it really Emily? I don't know. But all they said is it sounded like Emily. I knew it was Emily because of her voice. So now when they're not going to the school, allegedly, she's contacting them off of Telegram on Signal to see if she can get their wallet, to see if she can help with their wallet. Hey, let me work with you. Let me help you. I'm sorry, that's wrong. And even if that's not Emily, something needs to be put in place so that that doesn't happen. But they can't do that because they don't listen to complaints. Instead, they mock the people, they kick them out, and they block them. And you know, that is wrong. These people, our people, need to invest their money. They need to be able to have an avenue that is safe for them to move their money out of a dying bank and invest it into their future. And it is not right for somebody else to pretend to be something that they're not and steal their money, or pretend that they're in a safe environment and they're not even checking to see if they're in a safe environment. So let me give you another example. This person was told of an airdrop. So she was given a link. She goes to the link and has to put in what? Her name and her password. Her name, her phone number, whatever. She gets in to this website to get what she thinks money back. She instead is told to put in her wallet and her secret key, that they can't pay her unless it's a secret key is included. So she says to herself, well, let me go check. She goes and checks Lobster, and Lobster says, we'll only do that if you trust the source. It's QSI. They're working with the developers. Surely they're doing it right. So there is a trust. And she puts in her secret key. She said almost immediately her money ends up flying out of her wallet. And I've heard several of these stories. Several. Now, what we did is we actually did an investigation. We typed in one of the places to go, the URLs, and it doesn't come up. And the reason why is because our browser blocks cloned websites. If somebody doesn't know any better, of course they're going to go to the link. Of course they're going to go right there. This is something that all financial institutions or people that are working with developers, part of the QFS team, needs to make sure that this doesn't happen. And according to the law, even if it's not Emily or anybody with QSI and it's somebody else, they are a third-party person and they bolt, QSI is the one that they're going to go to. First it's Emily, then it's everybody on that commission, and then it's everybody that's in part of administration. And you know what? I got 2 minutes left. Then Tom tells me about all of the people going to these meet and greets, okay? Let me tell you, they have your phone number. They have your address. You don't know. It's being sold on the dark web. If you don't know about the scary people on the dark web, go to YouTube, type in dark web scary stories and start watching them, because this is exactly what it's all about. Your data is being sold over there. Your home address, your wallets. Somebody has a spreadsheet with every single address and connected to it your name, your phone number, and the amount of money that you're spending. So you know what? They don't want you right now. No, they're going to wait. Oh, how convenient. Now we're going to have a dating site so that all these women and men can innocently start dating with probably a perpetrator. All right, I'll be back in 3.
You've been listening to The Quantum Shift.
The Quantum Shift.
Live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Exclusively on the KCOR Digital Radio Network, where we stimulate your mind to the endless possibilities. For more information on the hosts of The Quantum Shift, Dr. Sam Mugzzi and Digital Tom, as well as links to an array of enlightened articles that will further educate your mind, please visit www.ebh.club. That's ebh.club.
There is a space age quality to them.
The Quantum Shift.